The conventions are now over. Next up, the presidential debate with only 74 days until November 5th. Joining me now is NBC's Kristen Welker, moderator of Meet the Press. And Kristen, the word vibes was used quite a bit during the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. So what are the vibes now inside the party compared to maybe 2 weeks or even 2 months ago?
Well, in talking to Democratic strategists and officials, they tell me they are feeling more energized than ever about their prospects in November. And it's frankly extraordinary that there has been such a shift in just 4 weeks after President Biden handed the torch to Vice President Kamala Harris. She talked about the fact that she wants to build an economy for the middle class. She wants to deal with the situation at the border, and she wants to protect reproductive rights. She also didn't hold back in talking about former President Trump. She talked about him. She called him an unserious man whose, quote, only client is himself. So this speech really ran the gamut. And in talking to Democrats today, they say they feel very good. They feel energized coming out of the convention. The big question is, can they keep that momentum going? As you say, the next big event is going to be the debate, but you can expect, of course, the vice president, her running mate, Tim Walz, to crisscross battleground states in between.
Kristen, I want to ask you about this. It looks like former President Donald Trump is trying to make nice with Georgia's Governor Brian Kemp, at least according to a message on Truth Social. What is the level of concern for Republicans about states like North Carolina and Georgia, which seemed to be in the bag a few weeks ago?
You hit the nail on the head. If you rewind the clock, it looked like Georgia, North Carolina was going for Trump just 4 short weeks ago. But now everything has changed. Vice President Kamala Harris is either leading or tied in all of the battleground states. I mean, it's just been a stunning comeback. And so that's part of why you're seeing former President Trump reach out to Brian Kemp in that way. I talked to a top Democrat today who said, bottom line, this race is now tied. The message from Democrats is let's not start celebrating because the polls are still incredibly tight. This is still obviously a very divided electorate, and this will likely come right down the wire. Jennifer.
And we never know what will happen before November, but we do know that you will cover it all. Meet the Press airs Sunday morning at 10, followed by the Georgia Vote. Kristen, thank you so much. And again, don't forget the Georgia Vote, as we just mentioned, follows Meet the Press every Sunday. It's a big show. Interviews with Stacey Abrams, Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, and Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens. There's a whole lot more coming your way at 11 a.m. on Sunday.